Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. Paul Jasson with you. Thanks for joining us on the as we tape today downtown. It's a kind of a cloudy, overcast day, but still a beautiful fallish type day here in Fairfield County. Hope you enjoyed the Fairfield County Fair, which is recently over, and we're kind of back into it now with moving into the fall time of the year. It's a great time of the year. I think most people enjoy these days that are, you know, in the morning you got to turn the heater on a little bit, and by the time the afternoon comes, you're taking off your sweatshirt and you got your short sleeve shirt on. Then the night comes again, you put the heater back on. So that's kind of where we are. That's how it always was at the fair when I'd walk over, freezing in the morning, sweating in the afternoon, and then walking home carrying your coat, or if you didn't lose it at the Fairfield County Fair. But we're glad you're with us. Thanks for joining us. Coming up in just a few days is Veterans Day, always a big moment, and I think Lancaster and Fairfield County and around the country, we hope it is a time to recognize our veterans, and who better to have on about that. It's Park Russell, Director of the Veteran Service Commission here in Lancaster.
Yes.
Park, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
Mention that it's a county agency. It's a big deal. Veteran Service Commission is just not some people that are just sitting around trying to do some things. They've got the resources of the Fairfield County behind them. They've got a great place. Now, not recently, but you did move a few years ago, and you're out in, I guess that's the Greenfield Township Mall by the airport.
Yes.
What's the address out there?
It's 3044 Columbus Lancaster Road, Northwest in Lancaster. We're in between Myers and the Fairfield County Airport, a little strip mall there, right next to Miller's Furniture. Everyone knows Miller's.
Right on the end. Are you right on the end there?
We're right in the middle.
Oh, right in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good location. Plenty of parking. It's a good location. Kind of away from everything. You can a good time to talk to the veterans out there. And I know the challenge you've always kind of come against, Park, with the Veteran Service Commission is their office has so many things that they do that they can offer to help veterans in lots of different ways. But the challenge always is to get the veterans to come in and talk about what their issues are. Yeah. And chances are you can help them.
We can. I'm reaching out to family members, friends, neighbors that have worked, that know a veteran that has struggled with either in Vietnam or also now the Gulf War, they call it. Our phone number, I like to start with that, is 740-652-7920. Like I said, there's been changes, and we are trying to reach out to the veterans and also to widows who their husband passed away due to Agent Orange exposure in Vietnam. And like I've shared, there's been a lot of changes, and it's really important that we at least talk to you. And that's what I'm hoping we would do, is encourage them to come in.
And I know we'll talk about some of those changes now. I know even as recent as the Vietnam situation, there's been changes there in terms of things that are now, in some cases, unfortunately, posthumously, maybe for a veteran. But if it's something that got approved after this veteran died, the family, it's worth their time.
Yes.
The widow can come in and apply for this.
Correct. Even if she's remarried, she's over the age of 55, she can come in and apply off of his benefits, his death benefits. It's very important. They've added a few things in the last 2 years. Those Air Force veterans who served in Thailand, that's been added. There's also Laos, Cambodia, Guam, and Okinawa, where the Agent Orange was used at. And also the C-123, the aircraft has sprayed a lot of it. That's now service connected for that. And, they've added more disabilities. It's hard to go through the list. That's why I ask you to call in and talk to us. In Vietnam, the average age that served was about 19 or so. And it seems like that Agent Orange chemical has worked through the body of between the age of 55 and 70. So That's why we're trying to reach out to veterans. There were those earlier, and there's going to be some later, but the average age that this chemical was really eating away is during that time frame. So we're still reaching out. Even if you've been in before, please come back in. You may have that disability may have been added.
So I guess one good way to be, as you indicated, call up and say, this is where I am, this is what's going on, and you can maybe assess some of that right over the phone.
Yes. You know, the Gulf War, the Persian Gulf area, it includes every country from the end of Yemen, the Horn of Africa, Afghanistan, all the way over to Syria, Israel, and everything in between, including the water and the air. That's the Red Sea, the Mediterranean, the Persian Gulf. So we're trying to reach individuals. Even if you don't have a disability yet, you should reach out to us to find out what the list is. There's 15 cancer items right now, and there's 12 non-cancerous. And the list is growing. And that area is inundated with all kinds of stuff from the burn pits and everything else you were exposed to. And there is no average age there because there were older reservists, National Guard called up. There's the active duty. So we're reaching all people who've served during that time.
And I think something you would encourage too, and let's say some of the younger people maybe that are the Gulf or the Persian Gulf, some of those younger veterans, it'd be a good idea to come and just get into the system.
Correct.
Get your name in there, and because like you say, some of this stuff doesn't always occur today.
No, it comes years later, and you never know. You know, we're all created different, and so the way it acts in your body may act different in my body, and that's why it's very important that we reach out, especially to the females that have served over in the Gulf. They have multiple problems, and they carry life, they carry children, and so it's important that they come in and reach out to us also.
Our guest is Park Russell. Park is the executive director for Fairfield County of the Veteran Service Commission, and every county has an organization like yours, right?
Yes,
you represent the one here in Fairfield County. It's well funded. They have, I just can't tell you how many opportunities there are out there to utilize these services, but the key always is to get the word out, as you say, to maybe friends or spouses or family members. Say, Dad, you ought to go in, and things change.
Yes. You know, I'd like to say to the veterans out there, we've all served, and it's been an honor to serve our country, and it's an honor to serve you if you come in. And that's what we're trying to do, is get you to come in. We'll work any question you may have, and we'll try to provide you with the answers and the resources to go get help. And we thank you for your service.
Do you find that, and again, you serve anybody from the youngest veterans to the retired ones, and in fact sometimes deceased and family members of veterans, but do you find that the ones that are the most difficult to try to get to, or perhaps the younger ones?
Yes, very much so. It's hard to reach out to you. We're trying to reach you through the cell phone apps. We're trying to reach you through mailings, but it's honestly, it comes to the point where you notice something in your body isn't correct, and you begin to wonder, what is wrong with me? Or you're dealing with the post-traumatic stress area. I ask you to reach out to us, and we'll do what we can to help you.
Now, I guess I don't even know this. What kind of staff do you have out there? How many people do you have on? Because I know there's more than you on intake. When people come in, they can talk to your fine people out there.
Yes. We have 6 of us that work in the office. There's 5 of us that file claims. And we have a transportation program to transport veterans to a VA clinic. If they're not able to provide a way there for themselves, we can do that. And we have a total of 4 drivers, and so we've got quite a staff and a board. So we're there, we're available. We cover every range, and every service is covered. I'm the oldest one from the Vietnam era, so we're covered all the way up.
That's important to know that it's any service-related thing in your life.
Yes.
And it necessarily, I guess, didn't even have to be in a war. It could be
No.
something else service-related if something occurred maybe while you were in basic training,
Yes.
or you're wherever you were at your permanent duty station. If an incident like an accident or something that now is having effects on you later, that's something you would want to know about.
Yes, it's people assume it's always war related. No, it's not. Injuries come into service at any base, anywhere, and so it doesn't matter where it occurred at. Again, we just continually ask you to come in.
And again, Veteran Service Commission, you're out there on Route 33. What's the address and phone number again out there?
It's our address is 3044 Columbus Lancaster Road Northwest, and our phone number is 740-652-7920.
And I could just, for us locals, that's Route 33,
Yes.
right by the airport where you go in right
Yes.
there. It's I think they used to call it, or maybe still do, the Greenfield Township Shopping Center.
Yes, it
because
is.
there's several
Greenfield.
businesses in there.
Yes, there are, and we're in a great location, easy access anywhere in the county.
And give them a call again if you know somebody that's a veteran that you think maybe would have a service here, that's something that it could be utilized from them, or you don't know. It's still worth a call to Park and his staff to talk to them. They want to talk to you. They want to provide these services for the servicemen, and I'm sure that's part of always the frustration is to there are people out there that need help. You see them in different parts of your
Yes.
life, and they just haven't come in and talked to you. You need them to come in or call.
Yeah, need to come in and call. We also, I know I focus a lot on claims with the VA, but we also handle burials, education, medical, getting you enrolled in the medical system, and financial assistance. If you find yourself in hard times, you need help with the rent, mortgage, or utilities, we help in that area too.
Well, we do this show kind of once a year right around Veterans Day, which is coming up November 11th, and we like to have Park on to talk about it. They do such a great job out there. Park Russell is the Executive Director of the Veteran Service Commission, a county-funded agency. They have lots of opportunities out there, so I would just encourage anybody to give Park or his staff a call out there. Online, I guess you just go to the county website. You can
Yes.
find you off the county website.
Find us off the website also.
Yeah, there's lots of opportunities on there. It's a good website, lots of information on there. So enjoy your Veterans Day. Thank you for your service. We
Thank you
appreciate
for having me.
Well,
Thank you.
it's always a pleasure to have you on right before Veterans Day and just talk about veterans-related things. So good luck, and I hope the numbers just turn up and you get to talk to a lot of people.
Thank
Park Russell with Veteran Service Commission. We'll be back with more on the Veterans theme in just a moment.
If you've been thinking about getting a home loan, now is the time. Hi, this is Carrie James from Fairfield Federal. Our experienced lenders are here to help you make your vision a reality. For more than 125 years, we've been helping our community achieve homeownership. Fairfield Federal has convenient online application for your home loan, home equity loan, and home equity line of credit needs. Visit fairfieldfederal.com to get started. Fairfield Federal for checking, savings, and home loans. Data charges may apply, subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 402612.
The reason why I do what I do is I love helping people, and I really love to work on understanding and striving to improve the lives of the people in our community. Being in Fairfield County is having a network of people around you.
I am driven by my belief that every individual deserves an opportunity to achieve mental and emotional balance, and I'm very passionate about contributing to that process.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
what makes Fairhope what it is our staff. It's always a question that we ask, why do you want to be here with us? And what they most always say is, you've touched my life this way. You know, you took care of this person, or I've seen what you've done and I want to do that. And so the staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
Fairfield Medical Center is more than a hospital. We're a health system that's been putting people first for more than a century. From the youngest patients to the eldest, our compassionate team of caregivers are here to support you through every season of life. We are healers, cheerleaders, patient advocates, and champions. Your health is our greatest accomplishment, and we are proud to serve you. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Welcome back to Fairfield today, and almost a minor miracle here as we tape the show at Fairfield Federal. The sun has come out, so Park, who was on just before, of course, had a little shade for doing it, but now the second half of the show we'll have a little sunshine for us to enjoy down here. This show today has a sort of a military feel to it, with Veterans Day coming up here shortly on the 11th, and we always like to talk to Mary Austin about things coming up with the parade, because she always has handled that. Mary, welcome. 20 years for you?
Almost 20 years.
20 years. Fondo Finley would be jealous.
Yes.
Fondo was the guy that kind of got this going and kept it going under much leaner times. And Fondo and then Stan Robinson did a lot of this too. Harry Rollins did some of it down at for the Memorial Day. So some good people kept it going. But good on you for keeping this going for 20 years. We appreciate it.
No problem. It's an honor.
Yep. So Veterans Day is coming up on the 11th, and as Mary always is going to do this on the 11th, regardless of what day of the week it is, at 11 o'clock, which is the day and the time. I know some people have it to coordinate with the day off or a Friday or something, but you're always, that's a big deal with you.
Yes, it's a big deal with all the veterans in town. They really like their day. They might not get it off. They might have to work, but they always want the parade on the 11th. We tried to move it one year, and the mayor almost had a riot.
So it's the 11th. That's Veterans Day, the day we celebrate that at 11 a.m. Now, things actually start a little before that at 10 o'clock.
Yes, we start off, we line the parade up at 10. If anyone wants to be in the parade, they have to be a veteran, of course. We do not allow non-veterans in the parade. You just have to be at the fairgrounds at 10, and the parade starts off promptly at 10:30.
You're sure of that?
Yes, and we always have extra room on the floats if someone wants to ride that doesn't have a
you can ride if
vehicle.
that's important to you.
Yeah.
You can do it, and they end up right behind us at the military park across the street here. So
we only closed it twice. We
really
canceled it twice, both because of weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're hoping if today is any indication, we hope in a couple of weeks it'll look pretty good. So the parade kicks off at 10:30. You leave down there, and you come down to Main and Broad down here at the park across the street, and it's a nice little ceremony. You have a few speakers, and
a few speakers. The mayor's going to be there, and we're really grateful for the city of Lancaster. They do a great job, and yes, I know I say it wrong, but they really did a great job. And the Band of Gold, of course, they never missed a parade. Even when the budget cuts said the band couldn't go and do a lot of the parades, Band Factor has never missed one, and we really greatly appreciate it.
It's always, and I tell them that every year. It's always a big deal to have the band there. They add just a ton of activity and frankly people there, because the band has a tremendous following.
Oh yeah, and it's not a very long parade. I mean, I mapped it out. It's 1.5 miles. Of course, my old body can't walk that far, but I do give it a try and then pass out for the rest of the day.
And it's done luckily in about a half an hour. So we get down there and things are kicked off, and we have, as you indicated, the Band of Gold will be there, and a couple of old friends will be with us. Our good friend and veteran Tony Salvatore
Yes.
will be doing the invocation.
Yes,
and then
we're really grateful for Tony.
Mayor Don McDaniel, he'll be in for the proclamation. I think this will be his first one.
Yes, this is his very first. You know, I haven't even met the mayor.
Yeah.
This will be his very first one.
Well, he's a Marine veteran, so
I
it's
know.
good
We
to
won't
have veterans in those positions that understand it.
We won't hold that against him. Of course, the day before is the Marine Corps birthday, so.
We always celebrate that
Yeah.
down there. Semper Fi to all our, especially our Marine Corps friends, and so again, it's really a brief service. It only lasts about a half hour. Try to get kicked off at 11 o'clock. Try to be done by around 11:30, and you invite all the heads of all the service clubs
Yep.
from the area.
All the heads of the service clubs, the VFW, there are 2 in town. The American Legion Post 11, AMVETS 40 and 8. 40 and 8 is going to put the boxcar in there this year.
Is that right?
Yes, they stopped for a while, but we're really excited that the boxcar is going to be in there. The Marine Corps League, VVA, you know, we're always grateful for the burial squad. I've been on the burial squad. I am the longest, not the youngest, but the longest. I've been on there 20 years.
They do great work, and
Yeah.
again, those men and women aren't getting any younger either.
They're
And
not.
sometimes they go 2 and maybe even 3 a day. There are
I
times.
think our record is 4.
Wow.
Yeah, and 106 for the year.
Well, they do such a tremendous job. They're always there for any veteran or his family that needs it. Now, who's laying the wreath this year?
It is the American Legion Post 11.
Okay,
My
very good.
favorite post for some reason.
My favorite American Legion post. Yes,
Yes.
that's very good. So, going to be
year,
fun.
Yeah, this year is very special to me. I don't know if you know or not, Paul. My son, who was in the Air Force for 8 years, he's out now and he's in
okay.
town. So
I
this will
didn't
be
know
his
that.
first Veterans Day.
He'll get to
As a
get
veteran.
to attend. Will he be here? Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's his first Veterans Day as a veteran.
That's exactly right.
Because
yeah.
I always drug him out and made him help.
And then he was on his own for 8 years.
Yeah, right, on his own for 8 years.
Well, it's a good parade, and again, it's not very lengthy. It's only about 30 minutes, and I'll say that even when the weather perhaps isn't as, although it's pretty good usually, but regardless of that, we always have a great turnout across the street.
Yeah, and we always watch the weather before the parade and make sure that we cancel it appropriately because there is no cover there, so the sound guy cannot be under any non-rain. So
Yep.
we make sure that everything's set. And
Usually have Mark Bohack and WLOH there.
Mark does it every year.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Faithful.
So not a lot of changes, a lot of good stuff going on. We like it.
Yeah, well, we love it. It means a lot to the older veterans, you know, especially the Vietnam, World War II. You know, they do appreciate everybody coming out and celebrate them. We know people have to work or they're busy, you know, but we do appreciate St. Mary's brings the kids down from the hill. They walk
It's always
down
nice.
the hill. It's really
Always nice.
We don't know this year, but Mount Pleasant usually brings the kids out. We're not sure if they're going to do it yet or not.
Nice flag
so.
waving as you pass.
Yes, those flags are donated by the VFW. 1516 always donates about 684 flags to the school,
Nice.
so they have flags to wave.
That's very nice.
Yeah. And then I donate the chocolate.
Good for you.
We don't throw the chocolate. We hand it to the principal, and the principal gives it out.
It's not the holiday parade.
Yeah. We give it to the principal, and the principal hands it out after the parade to the kids as a
And
little treat.
that's good. You don't want them on chocolate before you come
Yeah.
down. It'd be a little too much. Flags are
Yeah.
enough. Be nice. You got some remarks prepared. You gonna talk a little bit?
Yes, I'm going to talk a little bit, very short. Very short. I haven't learned how to politely shut people up over the years, but I'm working on it.
Well,
you know.
at least at this one, that's generally not too much because usually the only prepared remarks are from the mayor, and he make a few remarks and read a proclamation that he always presents to you. So, as a serviceman himself, he'll understand.
Oh yeah. Most people do understand. I think only one year we had someone that liked to ramble on, but I couldn't figure out. He had great information because he had just returned from Iraq, but he just monopolized it a little too long.
So it's on Veterans Day. It's the 11/11 at 11 o'clock. You can always kind of guarantee those will be the times, and
Yeah.
unless there's just really strange weather, that's where it will be. Certainly invite you to come down and be a part of the crowd down here. There's always a nice turnout. The Band of Gold here. It's a quick service, about 30 minutes.
Yeah,
and
the whole thing is about an hour.
Yeah.
About an hour altogether.
yeah, from the time you kick off.
Yes, and it's snowing. We have done it in the snow before.
There's been some cold days.
Yes, but no lightning and rain. I will cancel it the day of, but I will let everybody know. But
Well, we thank you for setting all this up, Mary. It's always a
Anytime.
good deal.
It's my pleasure.
You're always in charge of the Memorial Day and the Veterans Day. You kind of get double duty here, but now you'll be off. You'll be off for a while until next year on Memorial
yes.
Day. So enjoy that. So again, it's 11/11. You need to be at the fairgrounds around 10 o'clock, and it steps off promptly at 10:30 because it needs to get down here by 11, a little before 11. And it's a small parade. You can ride, you can walk, you can ride if you need to.
Yeah, we have plenty of room. Anybody that wants to be in the parade, only requirement is that you're as a veteran. You can sign up, you can show up at the fairgrounds the day of the parade, and we'll put you on a float or put your car in there, whatever you'd like. If anyone wants any information about the parade, my phone number is 740-407-7292. Or you can find me at any of the service organizations, the AMVETS, the Legion. Just ask for me. They'll get the message to me.
They know who she is, and they can find her. Mary Austin with us, who heads up both nice military parades of Memorial Day and Veterans Day. So we want to thank Park Russell in the first half, and then Mary
yes.
coming in for this. So we appreciate all you folks do for the
Yeah.
military. Thank you.
Don't tell Jeff Williams, but Park is my favorite Marine.
I'll let him know that. I'll tell Park that. No, so that's the story here on Fairfield today, 11/11 at 11 a.m. Behind us by the memorial over there, everything going on for the Veterans Day Parade. Hope you can join us. Thanks, Mary.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us at Fairfield today.
Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.